everybody. I'm at the land and I'm working away at starting the A-frame. So see over there, you can see the square starting over here. And I've been lugging in bags of quarter minus gravel so I can level my stones, my supports. And I've just been cutting out alder roots and little alder branches that are still attached, and moving branches that are kind of just under the ground, under the surface, and getting it ready. So I've been working on getting this leveled, putting rocks around the base to avoid shifting and settling of the rocks. It is it's supposed to be about 30 or 29 degrees Celsius and sunny today. When I got here it said 18 and it is overcast, which is awesome for working. But it's super humid. As you can see, my hair is all doing the curly thing. So yeah, I'm working on this. Just got everything leveled. So everything is level front to back. I'm going to put these braces on the ends. I want to make sure everything's good and solid. And then when I'm done doing that, then I'm going to make sure everything's good and square. There's the driveway and the truck. There's the A-frame. I'm standing in the driveway and I'm working on, with my son, clearing along the driveway, so when you're sitting in the A-frame you should be able to look right out at the brook. So I think that'll be nice. I'm just working away on the A-frame base. I'm working on getting these joists put in. Before today is over, I need to put down my 3/4 inch plywood on the floor. So when I leave here today, I should have the base done. I'm just taking another break. It's I think it's around 6:30, 7 o'clock maybe p.m. I just got done wrestling 2 of the 3/4 inch plywood over onto the base, and I'm just screwing it down. It's been a little bit of a struggle. I realize as part of making these videos, I'm supposed to video the whole process. I'm coming to realize I'm not a really, I'm not coming to realize, I've always known, I'm not really hugely into technology. And I often get to work and get working along and then forget what I'm supposed to be doing here. So, but anyways, so I've made 2 A-frames. Each beam is 12 foot, and I've used 3/4 inch plywood to make these gussets to hold them in place, notched out a top piece here where the top 2x6 is going to go. I just have this 2x4 here just as a brace, cross brace. There's my other one. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a couple temporary braces on the corners where I'm going to secure this to the base. Let me see if I can do this here. So right here, where I'm going to secure the A-frame to the base, right here, on the outside plate. I'm going to put a couple secures, or a couple braces. Since I'm up here by myself, I'm going to attempt to get this up. And if I put those temporary braces there, hopefully I'll mitigate it sliding around on me. And then with a couple 2x4 braces in my ladder, I'm hoping I'll be able to brace the two sides, crawl up the ladder, put my top plate in, which will hold them in place, and then go from there. Hi everyone, I'm back at the land. I have some videos and pictures from yesterday. I was here and I had help the first time on the A-frame. I had some help getting the purlins in and the pieces of plywood. And this purple door was gifted to me from my wonderfully awesome neighbors. Over here, far down that way, because I could not find a used door anywhere on Marketplace or at our local restore. Things are hard to come by right now. I might have a lead on some windows that I need for the A-frame, so fingers crossed I can get those tomorrow. I'm working on getting this area filled in, because I'm going, so this is the 8x10, and then this is the section that the swing wall is going to come up, but it's going to be permanently up, so I have more interior space. And then I'm going to leave 4 feet on the outside for a very small little deck, big enough for some chairs so 2 people can sit here and look over the brook and enjoy the view. My main priority right now is getting this framed in and closed in so that I can start staying here. And then I'll work on the inside, and I'll work on, you know, if we have a good fall and the snow and the frost stays away, then I'll work on putting a little walkway over, or a little deck on the side there. But right now, main priority is this. I've been told I need to take a bit more videos. As I've said before, I'm not really good at remembering that. I usually just get here and get to work and I forget to video. But I'm going to set my phone up here for a second, take a couple videos or a minute or so of me filling in some of these rocks. I'll take some videos here throughout the day, take some pictures so I can fill you in, so you can stay up to date on how this is going. Really hoping that I can get this done before the snow flies. Well, I should be able to have it closed in, I hope, within the next couple weeks or less. Weather dependent. We have had the rainiest summer that I can remember in my entire life here, and they're calling for yet another week of rain. We're expecting a hurricane. And right now, the A-frame has plywood on one wall, which means it's basically like a huge sail. So I am probably going to take down the plywood today. So, you know, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. So we came up the other day, took the plywood back down. I'll post a picture here. The hurricane came and it was not nearly as bad as they predicted. I don't know if we would have had damage up here if I didn't take down the plywood, but we did. And I came up, and with the exception of a couple branches, we made out great here. There wasn't even any fall downs or blowdowns in the road. So I'm here putting the plywood back up. I got the first one, the second one. Now I'm working on the third one. I'm out of breath because I just wrestled that thing up there. I'm terrified of heights. Have not been able to get my hands on another window or another couple windows, and I really wanted the front of this camp to be, or this off-grid A-frame, I really wanted the front here to have big windows so I could sit there even in the winter time when I'm toasty warm and look at the brook. So I remembered I know when I first started doing the channel, I talked about how this land has been neglected for a long time by all previous owners. I shouldn't say all, there might have been someone at the very beginning who cared for it, but since then people have just thrown their trash here. There's an old camp on the other side of, I call it my moat because it goes right through this little waterway on the other side where I want to put my permanent camp, but the camp that's over there right now collapsed in what we locals here call Snowmageddon. It collapsed under the weight of snow, and all this year I've been burning what I can, like wood, and I've been lugging boxes of garbage out. But I've had to kind of put that on the back burner because I needed to get this A-frame done before winter, otherwise I wouldn't be able to come up here very much because it gets pretty cold. Anyways, long story short, I remember seeing a pile of windows in there. Apparently, where it looks like that when the camp collapsed, someone came in and started taking some things out of there. So there's a propane stove and a propane fridge that were taken out and set to the side. Unfortunately, they look like they've rotten beyond the point of being able to be salvaged. But I noticed that someone had piled windows over there, and there were some broken panes, and I thought they may be salvageable, maybe not. Probably have to use them for a greenhouse. There's some others over in the woods. I don't know why they're randomly up there in those woods, but either way. So I went over today and I scoped them out, and I thought, you know, is there any way that I can salvage these? Because they're the perfect size. Anyways, I drug them out. Here they are. They're 64 inches long or high and 34 3/4 inches in width. I'm going to put them here in the front, lengthwise, up and down, right here and right here, so that I have almost a wall of windows. They need some work. Both windows need 2 panes replaced, and all the chalking or the putty around the edges needs to be redone. They need to be scraped down because the paint is peeling off them like crazy. But they both had this cute little hatch window in each of them. One pane kind of slides open. It's really neat. They're really old. And anyways, I'm going to redo those so that I'm kind of taking some from the old camp, putting it in this new one. They're big. I'll have my wall of windows. They're free except for the paint, the labor of trying to fix them up, a couple panes of glass and the chalking around there. So I'm trying to get this wall done so that I can get them put in. I don't have any shims, so I won't be able to install them permanently today, but if I can just get them set in there and then braced in, that way they're up off the ground and the air and the sun can dry them out really good, and then I can start working away on them, getting some of the panes replaced and the chalking and stuff, and that'll be a lot easier if they're kind of in place, if they're up, and they'll dry out way faster in place than they will up against a tree in the shade and on the damp ground. So yeah, awesome find. I have always said ever since I got this land, it's ask and thou shalt receive. Anytime I've said that I needed something, for some reason it happens, or it comes to fruition. A lot of times I find it here. It's really crazy how it works. It's kind of magical, and I love it.